Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So on today's video we're going to be filming Ibiza
like
the life hacks video.
Yeah. So like, because we've just came back from Ibiza like 2-3 days ago, and we were like, when we were going we would always like look up Ibiza videos, and there was never really any videos like this where it like told you what to do and like how to do it and things like that.
So there was like quite a lot of stuff that we'd done there like kind of wrong. Not wrong.
Like we don't regret it, but we like,
there's stuff that will change for next year kind of thing.
Because we're gonna go back next year and this is the stuff that we'll do basically.
Okay, so let's get into the video.
So the first one is, we'd say to book through a company like Jet2, where it's like your transfers included and like your flights and your hotel and all that, because we got it for 547 or something pounds for a week, and that was including transfers, flights, hotel, breakfast included, like all of that, so that's really good. And
that was the Ibiza Rocks Hotel as well.
Yeah.
And for that hotel you get like free entry into the pool parties, but it's just your entry into the pool parties. You don't get like the bed or anything. But one of the days we like did hire a bed, and it was a €400 minimum spend, and we thought I was going to be like, because we went on the Sunday and it was just like the pool and there wasn't a pool party, but you could lie on like the beds that you can hire
if you're like from the
and
hotel.
Then when we went up to the bar it was like €22 for like one of the like litre jugs, and we were like, oh, that's quite cheap, let's get it. But then when we went back to it when it was a pool party, the jugs had went from like €22 up to like €95. So just really keep that in mind.
Yeah, and we weren't sure if it was because we were getting table service that it was more expensive, or if it was because it was like a pool party, because it could have been, when on the Sunday it could have just been the usual hotel prices, and then when it's like a pool party it'll like go up, because that's the people who like. Because
it went up quite a lot, because like when like before we had went there I read it and then it was like, oh, you do pay a wee bit more for table service, but like €22 to like 75 to like 95 isn't really a wee bit more.
It's quite a lot more.
Yeah.
So you probably are paying more as well for going to the pool party for drinks. So yeah, I would drink before as well.
And what else we done, like we would get one of the jugs and we would go up to the room and we had like vodka in the room and have like 2 drinks or 3 drinks in the room, and then go back down and get another jug, so we were like
drinking up there rather than just drinking at the pool party. So that's why I'd suggest like living somewhere like that rather than somewhere that's just like a cheap hotel,
because you'll end up spending more if you're in
going out places and stuff, whereas we could like always go up and get more drink and like all that. And if we got bored, it wasn't like we were wasting our money and going home, because you don't get back in, you don't get readmission if you leave the hotel.
But if you just got to your room,
it's
get
fine,
back in, it's fine, yeah. So our next life hack is to stay in either San Antonio or Ibiza City, because they're the two sort of main like going out places. In Ibiza City there's a lot more like, it's closer to the bigger clubs, whereas San Antonio it's like sort of like the better hotels are there, but there's still like the strip and everything. And there's a disco bus which was like a sort of like a 10-minute walk maybe from like the Ibiza Rocks Hotel, and that takes you like right to like Amnesia and what was it?
Ushuaia,
yeah.
And I think High Ibiza was there as well. And it's like a really big bus station, so you won't be able to miss it. You just go there and you just pay when you get on the bus. And I think for the one to Ushuaia you had to pay before, but the Amnesia one you just paid on the bus.
And they have change as well, but
yeah,
they don't have much change. So if you've got like a 50 it'll be quite hard to get change, but if you've got like a 10 or a 5 you get change from that. Because we kept on forgetting that, and like we'd proper like panic about not having change, but you didn't really need change.
And the like San Antonio I would stay if you're like going for the cheaper type like places, like because it had the strip and we liked the strip quite a lot. But then like
and there was like one of the clubs on the strip, and you got like the wee rep people that come outside and they're like, oh, we'll give you like 2 drinks, 3 shots, 2 Jaeger bombs and a cocktail, like each for €15 each. So like that was really cheap compared to like Zoo Project and stuff, and that was like €15 for 1 drink.
So like I'd suggest like if you want to go a bit cheaper, stay in San Antonio, because it's actually also closer to like Ocean Beach. We went to this like inflatable world type thing one time.
That was really good.
That was like one of my favourite things we did, and it was just like a big bouncy castle basically in the middle of the sea. And then there was like, what else was in San Antonio that I wasn't expecting? Cafe Mambo's like was 5-minute walk from our hotel, but we kind of thought that would all be on the other side of the island, the more like expensive part, but it's actually not. It was only like 10-minute drive from our hotel. So like I would suggest like looking up where you'd rather go and stay in that place. So like, if you're going, look up the type of music before you book places, because when we went, we just booked like, because we heard El Ro, we were like, oh my god, El Ro, and then it was like Zoo Project, oh my god, that like sounds so cool, but we never looked up the music, and it was all like techno.
And we're really not into techno music, but then when we went to, like when we first checked into the hotel, they were like, oh, what kind of music are you into? And we were like, not techno, basically, like anything but techno. And then they were like, oh, you should go to like, what was it, Glitterbox?
Yeah, Glitterbox was
like, there was quite a lot of things that they said for us to go to, but we had already booked tickets for like El Ro and Zoo Project and stuff like that, that we,
like, it was kind of like, why did we do
missed,
that? Yeah. So we ended up going to like that El Ro at Amnesia for about an hour.
That was it. We were there a wee bit longer. We were there like 2 or 3 hours, because we were like, we've paid like £50 for this whole stay.
It didn't feel like we were there for that long. Yeah. And then we just got the bus back, and we were kind of like, it was annoying because we'd been so like excited and stuff, and we got there and we were kind of like, what is this?
And it was Zoo Project was like techno as well, but that was quite a good thing to see, because you could like dress up as like your animal and do all your paint, so it was quite exciting to get ready for and like get photos and stuff.
And it was quite,
and even like when you were there, it was quite cool to like just see.
Yeah, but it's more something you would go to, and if there wasn't any music, you would be fine with it. But the techno music was kind of like a bit weird, and people were kind of being in that techno-y type way.
You just stand like that.
Yeah, so it kind of was off. So we wouldn't do that again either.
But it was quite good to see, because it's like a proper like abandoned zoo, so it's quite cool. But not so much the music. Yeah.
And then there is David Guetta, so I'd suggest going to DJs if you like DJ music, because that was like actual songs like
that you
like sing to, and that was like, it reminded me of being at like Tea in the Park and that, being at Ushuaia, but I'd like, you would have to look up what's on, because I feel like there's that Ants, and I feel that's very techno-y.
Yeah, but because like we're not really sure that, but the wee sound looks techno-y, and most things in Ibiza are techno-y, so it probably is.
So I'd like look up your type of music first and figure out what is going to suit you.
Or even if you like Google like whatever the event, like the thing's called, and then like look it up on YouTube or whatever, and you'll know right away if it's techno-y or if it's
like if you want to go for techno, like those are probably the places for you, like Amnesia and what's the other one, that Zoo Project and things like that. But we're just not techno.
Yeah, we're not.
We're really not.
And the other thing about Ibiza is it's really like day drinking-y, so like prepare yourself for that, because like you go to like the pool party during the day and you're drinking all day, then you go back to your hotel, get ready, go out drinking again at night time, and the next day, like, so you've got Ocean Beach drinking all day, and that finishes at like sort of 10ish, I think.
Yeah.
So then you're going back to the hotel again and then getting ready to go out again. So it's really like
you're constantly
full on
drinking. Yeah.
So really prepare yourself for that.
The thing that was like bad was that you would drink, because the day drinking things would finish at like 9 to like 11. So you would drink till then, and you'd be like in this really good mood, and you'd like go back to the hotel and you'd be like yeah, and then like you don't really go out until like 1:30ish there. Like it's not like you go out at the times you would go out in like here. Like you would go out like 11, 12ish here, but you go out quite late there, so the drink would just wear off.
And you would get into that like sort of like hangover stage, really and you're like knackered.
And because you've like been going really at these like daytime things, and like proper, like if we were at Jack Jones and we were proper just dancing about and that, like it really takes it out of you. And being in the sun as well, it makes you like exhausted. So it's like good in the day, but then by the time it's nighttime, it's like so we would end up like dying. But the thing is, like, I preferred the daytime events, but it was just annoying that we couldn't drink at night. So it was like, we did still do it, we did it like every day, but it was just like
it was a lot.
To be fair though, we never woke up with a hangover. We woke up once with a hangover,
and the other times that we were like, we weren't really hungover, we were just more tired, because we had like got home at like 6 in the morning and woke up at like 9 or whatever, so we've had like 3 hours sleep some nights, so we were more just tired than hungover.
I think there was just one day where we all kind of felt a bit hungover. I think that was like the Monday, because the Monday was the day we went to David Guetta, and we didn't drink all day, and we went to David Guetta and we were still like,
because we were like, oh yeah, we'll just not drink during the day for David Guetta, and then we'll be like great for David Guetta at night. But we weren't.
That was the one night we stayed in, because we came back from David Guetta, and I don't know if it was because the bus was so full, because it had just finished, so everyone went on the bus at the same time, and it isn't like a club where people can just like just gonna leave now.
Yeah, because it
You
finished
were
at like
seeing someone.
11 or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And by the time we got on the bus, it was so packed, and I started to feel so sick, and I was like, I wasn't actually sick, but like, it was just horrible. And then, but like the thing was that David Guetta was like so good. It was just
it was a shame we couldn't drink at that because we would have had like we did have a really good time like being sober at it, but like
it kind of just reminded me of being like at Teen Park or like at a concert or something. So it was like
that was big by David Guetta. If you're going, definitely go there. That was really good. Yeah.
It was the opening party we were at as well, but I didn't feel like it was like
no.
And like if you're staying at Ushuaia, that would be really good, but it's obviously going to be really expensive.
But just like amazing.
Like the side of the hotel, it's like all flower, like massive flowers, like down the side of the building and that. And it was like, we like looked at the rooms and that, and they were just like
had like we makeup stations and it looked amazing, but it was really expensive. And it was kind of in the middle of nowhere as well. Like it wasn't near like a strip.
It's more near the like bigger clubs. So I think if you were going there and you were like you had a lot of money, or if you were only going for like 3 days or something, that would be a good place to stay because you could just do Ocean Beach one day and then just do your hotel basically because you're going to get free entry into Ushuaia.
But there, like Ushuaia wasn't like a normal club either. It was only open if there was an event on. It wasn't open like every single day.
And it was, I think it only was on till like 11 at night. It was kind of the same as our hotel, but like the way like fancier version. Yeah,
like a really upgraded version. So our next hack is if you're staying at the Ibiza Rocks Hotel, definitely get your breakfast included because I'm sure it was like €10 extra per day. But the breakfast is like a proper fry up, so you get like your like sausages, eggs, bacon, toast, mushrooms,
and it's
beans.
Like you ordered it, and they have 2 options for you. Like there's a breakfast menu, but if you're included, you only have 2 options. But I wouldn't mind that option because then you also get your drinks for free that are like at the side.
Yeah, so it was like apple juice, orange juice, and pineapple juice. Then it had like a wee box thing, and it was like all the croissants and like pastries. Then there was like a fridge with like the different like melons and pineapple and everything.
And there was like meats
and yogurts and meats and everything like that.
So I would definitely go for that because we saved so much money because we would eat that in the morning. We would eat it at about like 10ish.
Yeah, like between sort of 10 and 11. And then we never, because it was like a big like breakfast that we had, we never really needed a lunch that day, so it saved money for like lunchtime as well.
So we wouldn't eat lunch, and then all we would have for tea most of the days was like a pot noodle or like a little
we took some snacks with us, and in our hotel we had like a fridge. So on our first day we went to Lidl, and that was like a 10-minute walk away from the hotel. And then we got like bottles of water, and they had like bottles of vodka for like €5, so that's where we got our drink from.
And we got like a lot of like we got baguettes and things like that, and then
we had them for our dinner.
I would definitely suggest going to like Lidl or something as well though, because the wee shop that we were next to, it just looks like a wee like corner shop type thing, and that was so expensive. Like it was like €6 for a can of something,
whereas like, in Lidl it was like €5 for like a litre bottle of vodka.
So I would definitely suggest going to like Lidl maybe on like your first day, and then just going to the shop for other things.
Because we would go to the wee shop for like crisps and stuff. Like
it was definitely overpriced. Like
it
so
was really
much.
Expensive. Even for a bottle of juice, it was still like €3.
It was €1 for water, which was kind of okay. But the other waters were like €2 something. That was like the cheapest one you could get. And so the next thing is, if you're going to Cafe Mambo, like do it, because we didn't book Cafe Mambo. We were like, we'll just go to one of the like restaurants next to it. But
because we had read about that mint cafe, but we couldn't find that mint cafe anywhere, and that's where we were planning on going. But then, like, if you like walk along the strip, there's maybe like, what would you say, maybe about 8 different wee restaurants.
Like 4.
Well, yeah, maybe like so maybe 4 then, because there was like wee tiny wee restaurant type things, and then there was like the proper restaurants. So yeah, there was probably about 4 of the actual restaurants,
but none of them were cheap. Like they were all expensive. Like we got a cocktail that was like, how much was it? And it was like the
it was €16, and it was about that size. Like,
it was tiny.
And we were probably like pacing ourselves with it.
Like the price of it was like €30 each, or something, like €37 each. And
that was just
our
bill altogether came to like €105.
And that was just for the 3 of us.
Yeah,
getting one drink, a starter to share, and one main meal. And so I would say definitely go for Cafe Mambo. Get your minimum spend, even if it is going to be expensive. At least you've got it booked.
And it's like Cafe Mambo, like a big place.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely say doing that rather than just going along there and hoping to find somewhere. Because you will find somewhere. There was loads of spaces. It was just too expensive.
Like because like for the price that you paid for just a restaurant, you could have went to Cafe Mambo for just that wee bit more. But we couldn't go there because it was like really full. Yeah.
You have to book that.
Yeah.
So
So
we're-
definitely book Cafe
Yeah,
Mambo.
we're definitely doing that next year.
Okay, so our next life hack is to like really look into Ocean Beach and what kind of music's on each day. Because like we made the mistake of going to, because we looked at it and it was like the busiest day and we were like, oh, that'll probably be the best, so we'll just book it. And then when we got there, it was like saxophone music, and we were like,
And the thing is, we even knew it was going to be. We were like, it's either the saxophone music or it's like the R&B music, and we're R&B people, so we were like, why did we not go for R&B?
Yeah, we went for the saxophone day, and then the day that like it was the R&B day, that was the day we done the inflatable thing, and it's called like Ocean Mania. It's really good that you are going, and it's like right, like you walk through Ocean Beach to get to it, pretty much.
Yeah.
So like you could probably hear all the music, and we were probably like, oh my god, why did we not go
we were,
to
like,
that
singing
today?
along.
Yeah.
There wasn't a single song we could really sing along to
No.
on the day we went. But
Yeah,
I
because
think
it was like techno, but like saxophone. Like,
it was like a
mixed
saxophone
together,
guy
yeah.
playing at the same time, like percussion and that. Like it was good. Like it was a good vibe and stuff. Like good music.
Yeah,
and
yeah, it
things.
was still really good, but it just
It was
it
definitely
could have been
not
better
our
if we
music.
went the other day. Yeah.
And we enjoyed the music more because you could tell the people who were there either just didn't care about music or really like the like type of music that was played, whereas because we were kind of like like if it was really good songs to like us, like we would have liked it
Yeah.
more, but it was just a bit like, and we
Yeah.
didn't really get into it until about 8 o'clock.
And we left there about 10 or something.
Yeah.
So
So we really didn't have much time of like being in that like good type
good
of
wee bubble. Yeah.
because we were so hungover as well because we went at the Tuesday night. So don't go out the night before you go to Ocean Beach.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
bad
don't.
idea because you'll just get like you'll just be ill and it's just not a good idea. And you'll
Because
if
we
you have
were
a good
like
sleep-
absolutely shattered when we first got there. Like we were lying on the bed and like, oh, do you think we can sleep, or is that really embarrassing? Like we just went to Ocean Beach. Like, can we lie and sleep?
And I was like sleeping at one point, like full on just asleep. And at the end we were speaking to this woman whose like table was kind of like next to her. She had like a booth type thing, but ours was like a bed. And she was like, oh, at the start you were all just like lying about, and it was kind of like she was like being nice, but she was like, oh, you were just lying about. And I was like, what's wrong with them? And I was like, we were just so hungover.
Yeah.
So people must have thought we were like bored or something.
Like weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
like-
go to Ocean Beach for that.
Yeah, like that's basically what we did because we just couldn't. And then we ordered food and we were like about eating it because we were that like we were just so dead. So like I would definitely suggest not going out the night before Ocean Beach and looking up the music as well rather
Yeah,
than just
definitely
booking
look up the
busier
music
days.
because it was the what was it, the Wednesday that we went.
Yeah,
And then it was the
hotbed.
Thursday. Yeah, it was Hotbed when we went, and then the next day it was called like One or something.
Yeah.
And
Which
that
I
was,
think
like,
hotbed's meant to be quite a big thing, like in like I think they have a few different club nights or something like that. And so I was like, oh, it'll be good, but then it's like it is good, but it's just if you're gonna go to a club, you're gonna go to a club that's playing your music. If you're
so
at
like
home,
we should have went on the Thursday when it was more of our music.
Okay, so the last one we wrote down is to try the strip, like in San Antonio. I think that's the only strip, but I'm not.
There probably
quite
will
sure.
be one in like other areas,
Yeah. But the one we went to, we actually really liked this one club which we talked about.
but it was called China.
China,
Yeah.
And like we really liked that because it was
Because there was
just, like,
another
good
club
music.
called Soul City, and then like whenever we spoke to someone, they were like, "Oh, we're going to Soul City tonight." Like it was really good.
and
you
everyone was
should
like,
come.
you need to
And
go.
we went, and we were like,
Yeah, we just didn't feel comfortable there. It just wasn't our club.
yeah.
So we kept going back to the same one.
And then we probably got like recognised whenever we went, and like we'd walk past, and then we like guy would be like, "Oh, come in, come here,
We're
he's
like, "Of
coming in
course."
tonight again." And then we're like, we're gonna try this one, and then we went back up, and he was like, "Oh, I knew you were coming back."
So we were just always in that same club, and that was like way better than the big, like really expensive clubs where you have to pay so much for a drink and so much for entry, whereas this was just like free, and then you'd pay like 15 for all of those drinks. So it was like, why not? Like, why wouldn't you just like try the strip at least, or like leave a few nights free to do that? Yeah.
And to be fair, like there isn't a big price difference between like like buying your ticket on the door and like buying it before. So you could always like just not book anything, and then when you get there, be like, "Oh, this is my kind of music," or someone else will maybe say to you like, "Oh, you'd really like here," and then like
just
book it when you're there, or just pay when you get there.
The things I would suggest to book are like Ocean Beach.
Yeah,
like
definitely
beds.
book Ocean Beach for beds, because that'll like get really full.
And Cafe Mambo
Cafe
as
Mambo,
well.
yeah.
But maybe your big club nights, maybe don't book that unless you're like very sure you want to go to that, like maybe a DJ or
Yeah.
something like that you've always wanted to see. Like we really want to see that Dimitri Vegas and like Mike.
So like when we go
definitely
next year,
gonna
we'll
book that.
definitely book that
Uh-huh.
before we go. Yeah.
Yeah, and if there's like the beds for the days that we want to go at our hotel, we'll definitely book them. Like that's kind of our plan.
But to be fair,
for
because
the-
we went the 7th of June to the 15th of June, so it was never like that busy. So the like the reps were always coming around because there was like 2 pools. There was like a wee pool that you would go to, then the pool party would start at like 2ish,
yeah,
and then everyone would sort of leave and go through there. But then when you were lying around the wee like not as good pool in the morning, like the reps would come around and they'd be like, oh, like we've got this bed, it's like 400 if you want one, and try and like sell you beds then. So if you're going early-ish, like not like later than the opening parties, but like sort of like early before everything starts happening,
and the opening parties
you don't
as well.
really need to book it. Yeah,
because it was like there was loads of beds left when we went, but I could imagine that getting like really busy and
Yeah,
like not being able
definitely.
to book them. If you're gonna go, I would always say make sure you've got a transfer before, or like I don't know, pre-book something, because we met this one guy on one night and he said the taxi queue when he got off his plane was 3 hours long. Like he
so
had to
definitely
wait 3
make sure
hours.
you've booked through like a company
that gives you a
that
transfer.
gives you the transfers included. Yeah,
Because we literally just got off our plane, got our bags, went down,
and it's
got
so easy
everything.
to like you don't get lost. Like they say on the plane, like you just there's like signs everywhere, and then you see the Jet2 people, and they're like, "This is your bus."
Yeah, they're everywhere, those Jet2 people, so like you'll be fine. Whereas if you literally haven't got anything planned and you just get off the plane and you go for a taxi, like that can be quite stressful.
Yeah,
And it might not take you to the right place, or like whatever, like anything like that could happen. And apparently the guy that we were speaking to said there was loads of people when you were waiting in the queue would come over like these like illegal taxis being like, oh, do you want to come in my taxi and things like that. So like you don't really want to be in a situation where it's like
you don't really know if it's safe or not. Yeah, so definitely book
transfer
through like a company that has transfers included.
because that's like quite important. So I would definitely recommend Jet2. So that's like all our hacks we've got for Ibiza, basically, for everything that we're going to do next year and everything we would like suggest if you're booking it, if you're going to go, or if you're going anywhere. Basically some of these kind of work because like looking up things before you go. And yeah, I would basically just recommend going to Ibiza if you're into that type of stuff.
So
Yeah.
go to Ibiza.
Yeah, because we're definitely going again. And so I hope you enjoyed watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and
We post the videos
every Sunday. Thank you for watching.
Bye.